They're called pirates, but of course that's the West talking about an African nation, Somalia. The truth of the matter is so appalling that nobody actually listening to the facts would ever side with the Western nations. So Somalia had a dictator, Siad Barre, but his dictatorship collapsed in 1991. There was no central government. And why is it important? No central government also meant that there wasn't a military and a protection force, namely in the waters that actually belong to Somalia. So the international community swooped in and started fishing out all of the fish off of the coast of Somalia. And then a tiny fisherman who had no such need for protection or anything became dismayed because there was no fish to fish. They fished out the waters off the coast of Somalia. But wait, let's add insult to injury. Then the international community started dumping toxic waste off of the coast of Somalia. So the fishermen started doing what they thought was best, which was they started attacking the boats that were fishing off of their coast in their waters. They would take the fish and they would come back home. But these people, of course, never stopped. The international community, they never stopped. So more and more fishermen got involved in attacking the ships that were in their waters. Soon, warlords on the coast organized the fishermen and would hijack the boats and demand ransom, unlike other pirates that would just take whatever's on the boat. They would instead hijack the boat and demand a ransom for them. Now, of course, there is probably no way that Somalia has enough money to clean up the toxic waste and the destruction that the Western international community did to the coastal waters of Somalia. That is fact. Now, a lot of this information actually comes from bankers who admitted, yes, the West sent boats to fish up their fish, to dump toxic waste, to serve as a dumping ground for the world. And a lot of companies resigned themselves to simply paying the ransoms. And those ransoms could reach up to $9.5 million each. Finally, the international community got together and said, we need to put together a task force to deal with these pirates. Now, here's the problem, right? They kick you when you're down, and then they say, oh, it's Somalia who are the perpetrators here. They have pirates. No, Somalia simply doesn't have a central government. It has nobody who's able to come to power to organize the country and set things straight. So the international community, the Western countries, can say anything they like. There's not going to be a response. So they organized Task Force 151. And then they started carrying on board mercenaries to deal with the piracy. Piracy went down, but not because of the onboard militia or mercenaries. It's more that Somalia began to become organized, and then of course the Western countries are going to say, oh, it was our task force that did it. And of course, when we're talking about a Western task force, we're talking about some of the best military technology in the history of the world against fishermen with AK-47s in rowboats, tiny boats. We're not talking about 16th century pirates who defected from Her Majesty's Royal Navy. We're talking about fishermen boats, single, one-person, two-person fishermen boats versus the UN peacekeeping forces shooting tanks off of the coast of Somalia into the land. Now, what do the people in the land have to do with it? Nobody knows. There is no justification for it. Suffice it to say that they brought a nuclear bomb to a knife fight and then claimed that the Somali pirates had initiated all of this. And they are still fishing the waters off of the coast of Somalia. This is what your country does. Yes, the United States too. When I say international, I mean all the countries. Canada, the United States, all of Great Britain, all of Western Europe, Asia, everybody. So now it has died down. Now the West Coast and the oil-rich waters off of the coast of Guinea are now under attack by the international community trying to steal the oil. So I guess now the prediction is going to be you're going to hear about pirates off of the coast of Guinea, the Guinea pirates. I had to do this video. This is what the white man does. And for those people who come onto my channel, who work a part-time job, please don't open your mouth and say, I never went to Somali. Nobody cares about you. When I say white, I don't even mean you. You're a peasant. I'm talking about the people who own banks, the people who own corporations, the people who own oil rigs. You are insignificant, and your whiteness is insignificant to what I'm talking about. So please don't even open your mouth about it. I just can't stand that. It's so stupid. It's just so annoying. Somebody, well, I didn't. Nobody cares about you. The powers that be don't even consider you white, as much as you want to claim it. But seriously, in the grand scheme of things, you're not white. I'm talking about the bankers. And don't say it's the Jews. Jews, the Ashkenazi Jews, are white. They're white, they're white, they're white. They come from Poland. They come from Russia. Russia is a direct descent from the Caucasus Mountains. You can't get any whiter than that. Except for the Scandinavians. That's because they've been depleted of all melanin. Anyway, thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show.